So I gotta swap PTOs. Got my 540 here. You just pull that collar off. He sits there. Pull the stub shaft off. He can go back into the tackle box. And then the other stub shaft goes on like yay. And we rub the back of him so he's clean. And he goes back on like yay. And then we just put these bolts on. I like the John Deere system where you just pop a snap ring and flip the shaft around like on a 6400 or 7000. You just pop the snap ring, pull the stub out, flip the stub around, and put it back in. It's a lot more convenient for the farmer, but this system is very, very heavy duty. I kind of like these weird European tractors. There's some oddities to them, but they're very, very adaptable and configurable to any task I want to do. And so it's kind of nice. So a tractor like this, to be able to get to 540 PTO without a bunch of adapters or anything like that. And then we just take our turbo box. So I've got 540 big 1000, small 1000, and our toolbox just fits nice right there. How about that? That is slick. Yeah, there was some weird. I know when I first looked at the tractor, I'm like, I don't know if I like that feature. That's kind of dumb, kind of weird, just different from our North American tractors. But by golly, more UPS stuff. Still waiting. God, it's been several weeks we've been waiting for parts on that 4230 differential. Completely ate itself. There's one of the gears inside the differential. That busted right off of that shaft. So waiting forever for parts on that. Shane's 4850. I think I made a pretty good progress on Shane's 4850. His delivery guy, I think, is buying him a cab roof. I'm not getting in between them two, but it had a cab roof when it left Shane's place, and it didn't have a cab roof when it got here. But I think I got it mostly figured out. So when parts get here, I can get that back to him pretty quick now. So yeah, but let's get hooked up to the fertilizer spreader. With all the rain we've had, I mean, it sounds funny that a 4020 isn't even a big enough tractor anymore to spread fertilizer. But with all the rain we've had, I'm going to use the Massey to spread fertilizer, because there's no way I'm taking the 4020 out there. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, let's get going. So all we do is we select economy, and that will show up as economy on the dash, and then you just have normal PTO function. Auto is we can auto program for our headland management. We can auto program PTO, and then we just turn it on, and away we go. We're at 350 RPM, and so it's 540 at 1500 or 1600. Yeah, 1600. There we are. There's close to 540. So yeah, we'll get our engine going and we'll get underway. Well, very uneventful. Spreading fertilizer. Boring. Need to mount a TV up in here. But yeah, I don't know of what. I'm almost done. How about that? I'm almost done, and we'll get on to the next project here in a few minutes and a few more rounds. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I hit my auto steer button and it just literally drove me in a circle. I thought that was quite funny. It has never done that before. I'm not touching it. I'm just going to see what goes on. So I'm literally driving in a circle because of yeah. Don't know what that is about, but we just spread a very perfect circle of fertilizer. We're going to find that spot this fall. You're going to see a big circle on the yield map. We're going to have to see what... I think what I need to do is spend the rest of my day on maintenance stuff. I got to change engine oil on Mr. Massey. And I should get that 4020 on the disc mower and get that disc mower up here and replace any bad blades and see if I can't change the oil on that cutter bar. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but I think we can find that out because I think it needs it. But for sure, give that mower conditioner a quick look over, and then maybe tomorrow we can get back to finishing up the last few acres of strip till. And if our parts come for the sprayer, I can get... See, this is the fertilizer that should have gone through the strip till machine. But like I said in the other video, it had that wet clump in there, so I'm not putting that through that fertilizer cart. And somehow, when I did the calibration, I forgot to enter a few things in the computer just right. So this field is going to be a nitrogen management nightmare as far as where there's going to be good corn and bad corn, other than that circle. So if our sprayer parts show up, I can start getting some nitrogen on these fields to get some nitrogen out of that fertilizer tank and go from there. But yeah, fun. I don't know. All right, so the wife just showed up, so she took off to go check cow butts. We're still AI breeding. I got the engine oil changed on the Massey, so he's good to go. I got to give Rudy a special thanks because he always keeps me well stocked, whether it's Massey stuff or Lexion stuff. I just send him an email. I'm gonna service the Massey soon for the 400-hour service, and a couple days later, a box of filters show up that's appropriate for that service. And hey, I need knives and shear plates and some bolts. Give me some spare parts for my mower conditioner. And a few days later, a box shows up with a box of knife for each direction, some extra bolts, some extra shear plates, and then the mower came with this goofy little wrench. It extends out for more power. Came with that goofy little wrench, and it's got this little plug that goes here so you can turn the turtle against it when you're tightening by hand. Yeah, and so Rudy does a good job for me. I appreciate a good parts guy like that is a hard thing to find. But let's talk about cutter knives for a moment. These Massey mowers, they came factory with 11-degree knives. Look at that prettiness on there. Made in Germany too. Made in Germany, not like John Deere Case AH that has made in China all over it. Good quality, made in Germany knives. We have a lot of rock, so you can look at the knives and see they clearly get broke and beat up long before they ever wear out. And that one back there, he's so bent up he's stuck underneath the turtle. But I'll tell you something, this Massey came with 11-degree knives. A lot of them did. And when you get into that fine alfalfa or that short grass, it had more turbulence of wind coming forward, so it would lean it over and it would leave a very poor cut. Behind the machine you could see, and so then you slow your RPMs down to try and reduce that wind coming forward and create a cleaner cut, believe it or not. But then I got Agco hat. Massey Ferguson used to have a Massey parts and service website with a whole lot of just stuff for a guy to look at. And I got in there, and they had 11-degree knives. And so I spoke with one of the Agco reps because, you know, when you're who I am, people answer the phone when you call these places. And so I called Massey Ferguson direct, and I said, I'm John Stevens, and I have a question on knives. And they're, holy crap, Mr. Stevens, let me direct you to the best person possible. So one of the Agco reps, he confirmed that yes, these 18 degrees would fit my machine, and they did not have a whole lot of info on them or something. So I tried them, and I'll tell you what, with these 18 degrees on there, it now creates a lot of lift, which creates suction under the tarp. The air is actually coming into the tarp and not out. And that's how I can cut in 8th gear on alfalfa. I can cut in road gear in alfalfa, and it cuts it as clean as a pair of scissors doing one plant at a time. Oh boy. It's almost John Deere 1600A clean of cut. Let's just put it that way. And I haven't seen anything on the planet cut better than a 1600A with good knives and guards. But yeah, so I'm going to keep plugging away at knives, and then here right before dark, the wife wants to set up some string line because she's going to take my throne apart and use the block for her gardening. Pfft, whatever. Klaus had a promotion a couple years ago. Look at that big job box. That's as tall as I am. And nice big, that's a heck of a job box. It had a promotion. There's some more parts. We got this whole box for a couple $100. And so I bought the box, and then I just keep my parts in here. I got some Massey tractor parts in here, but to keep the combine going, you know, you got auger fingers, corn head parts, bearings, and blah, blah, blah. All my belts down there, and some bean head parts still. This is my kit from the Massey, and more bean head parts. And yeah, so I'm slowly getting stocked up on my Lexion stuff, and just random stuff as I come along. If I buy one bearing, I usually buy two. Just how it is. But yeah, that one's empty. That one's got a couple guards left. I should return them to Ziglayers. I should return them because I got that SCH kit now. I should return all this stuff. Oh boy, I got a lot of money here I can return to Ziglayer and get some money back for a change instead of spending so much, huh? Oh yeah. But no, that's kind of a nice box. I really like it. So all right. track pretty darn good. This is 1.8 acres of field. Need a little feed for the steers. And nice feed for steers. Giving her out, she's got Captain. That's like a full pull right there. That's a full pull. And not going to be any carbon in the 40/20. Yeah, that's like an instant lane ride. Woo! And boy, oh boy, snowmobile racing season ain't close enough, is it? Look at that, cut it as clean as a whistle. Ah, holy cow! I've seen razors do a worse job on my face. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. I gotta lengthen that top link a little bit to bring her back for a little taller cut. I normally don't like to cut that short. But look at that alfalfa. Oh boy, that's just budding. Oh boy, that's them steers. Them steers are gonna lick that up. So tomorrow night, starting to get kind of late to the evening tonight, but tomorrow night we'll take and rake it, bale it, and wrap it. We'll try out the new wrapper and see if that works. Oh boy, hay season is here. I love hay season. You guys know I've made it on YouTube is when I got a big Hydra Swing Heston disc bind from behind the big Massey, or when the 4430's restored to pull a big disc bind. I gotta say, I absolutely love this little mower with no conditioner on it, because in the weather we've been in the last 10 years to try and make dry hay has been a joke. So why even crimp it? Without crimping it, boy, I'll tell you what, that leaf retention, that's not alfalfa, the heck, that leaf retention on the alfalfa, yeah, that has been nice, Put up a lot of 200 feed value, 22% protein hay behind this mower. Used to play back here when I was a little kid. Look at that. This was not like this. Jeez. Funny what 30 years does. I've seen Disney movies like this, and I've seen a lot of horror movies. Yeah, them are the culverts that I was talking about. Haha. Yes!
Get that on video?
Yes! It's like the Planet of the Apes.
Well,
yeah.
How dead that was, but apparently is.
These, are you alright? Don't show off for the camera.
I'm trying to figure out. So, what are these culverts for?
Well, culverts.
But I
Well, when I was a little kid,
Obviously something happened here.
when I was a kid, they were all stacked up like logs back up that way, and they've been washed down with the water.
They were standing up like this?
No, they were just stood up like logs.
Oh my God, look at that.
So our field is right up the hill then.
Where?
Right up this hill should be our field.
Well,
Actually, we're probably on the Lumbergs a little bit by now.
look at the road.
This is insane. It's kind of cool. That's what I mean when you were 5, this was like a different world.
Well, because it kind of is.
So we need to get the cows, get that corral moved over to the pasture, and get them walked over through this set of gates, walk them along the fence through the next set of gates, around the house, and into their pasture. So then we can take first cutting off of some of this field. Some of that field will leave. Look at the barley. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So then that alfalfa can have a week to grow, and then we can make hay off that alfalfa and get corn in there. Oh, yeah. Slip into a Slim Jim. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I know what good pasture's all about. Look at the little deer out there, little baby field rat. Ooh, there's some tonnage there. Oh yeah. We're gonna have some good pasture there. Yeah. Them field rats broke the top wire right there. Filthy sons of buckets. If I get my hand on any of them deer, I'm gonna take them down. WrestleMania 22. Rock Creek style. I had to clean some of that poplar. All that popple coming in along my fence right there.